Hello everyone, I am the Plane Shifter, fading to the universe of Pyre once again. Well, that was a lot of reading. Anyway, there's nothing else to do. Continuing my journey.
I do so hate to thusly contact you, O reader. Yet an awful rumor reached me recently that you have within your retinue a traitor.
Oh, come on,
to the
man.
Nightwings and the Commonwealth alike. But you would never harbor such a traitor, now would you? I trust your time within the downside would have taught you that.
You rise after a fitful night of slumber. Somehow the voice which two spots had wished you only the rights has found its way into your sleep as well. You shake free of it. The time at Moonlight Alcove has made everyone restless. The group is eager to set forth at your command. A traitor? The only one I can think of is Walfred. It was he who cast aside the fellow Nightwings to regain his freedom and survived. Your flag takes you near to where you breached the past storm out into the depthless tempest. With the climate in the downside intensify, you wonder if the storm has spiraled forth from its confines and started to ravage other regions of the land. Was another group of exiles flying. I really choose it. Yonder lies the Ridge of Go, somewhat less imposing when viewed from this vantage point. Do you not agree, reader? The myths of the downside and that it's no mere ridge of stone, but remains of Lord Gendrod, the Serpent Titan, also slain by Golgolatinian himself, second of the scribes of the Book of the Rites, known as the Oath-taker, the Repentant. Though perhaps your states are of little import now when you stand to confront the Chastity there in just a short while. You fly aloft over the area of the downside Pyre where first your path diverged to see Rocky looking down at the lands below. The notion, I got to say, I never did get over you taking us through Blooming Pool that first time way back when. To think that someone of your character would side with Jody rather than myself. Oh, come on, Rocky. It's fortunate for your sake that the leader does not often heed your advice, Greentail. Hey, that's good, Jody. My chum here listens to me at every turn. I'll have you know, except for that first. I shame we shall never know what delights waited us at Hollow Root. Oh, you missed it out. You mark my words. We'd all be writing in style by now rather than puttering about in this old thing. Ah, yeah, right. No doubt. Despite how it appears to you at first, they both seem to be in good spirits, reminiscing about old times. Rocky and Jodario are going to close on rope for the next ride. Great, because both are in. Oh, Bertrude wants to be there, and here, Jodario. Let's go, Bertrude. You make successful landing in downside Pyre near the southern edge of the downside. Memories of having first met Hedwig, Jodario, and Hockey come flooding back. You now should have some time in the vicinity before continuing onwards towards the Ridge of Go by land. Hello, Walfred. There. Walfred appears to have finished sealing some sort of document. He smiles as he approaches you.
Ligarestas.
Hello, my king. I was just on my way out to make a drop. Report a bit of progress our supporters on the other side should like to know. It's not clear to you as yet exactly how Walfred's able to communicate with agents in the Commonwealth. Yeah, that makes him suspicious as well. We have our ways of making certain that such messages manage to make their way to whom they need to reach, most of the time at least. It's not exactly the most dignified of methods, but the messenger imp is as hardworking as the rest of us, I dare say more so. He's one of Walfred's couriers tasked with delivering news to and from Commonwealth. Most imps lack the capacity to do that job. They of course cannot traverse the outer boundaries of the downside, but they can squeeze much closer than any of us. Walfred offers to tell you more of this process. It seems that he has begun using certain imps to rally messages to his agents in the Commonwealth for some time now. From that point, we depend on certain other means. A trafficker like Rocky would likely be familiar with them. Then my agents intercept the messages as they arrive. The messages are coded. In the options they reveal themselves before one dies, but still, my agents put themselves in great peril there supporting our cause and our plan. I could not ask for a more dedicated bunch. A shame we cannot meet them, separate as we are. If we succeed in our endeavors, it shall be thanks in no small part to them.
Ordi remistos.
They have identified runners of citizens grown loyal to our cause, found hidden corners where they can speak freely. Their goal is to grow in numbers while remaining safe. For we cannot resist Commonwealth with too few citizens stand with us, whether due to the apathy or fear or lack of willingness to see our nation as we do. Some of these agents I have known for many years, since long before my exile. Many were former students from my days of teaching Commonwealth doctrine. It was clear then who among us did not take the common view. These days I report to them our progress, and they in return report theirs back. For that assessment, I update the estimation of our planned success. Our chances of success increases substantially each time we liberate one of our own, but those loyal to us in the Commonwealth slowly gather strength, regardless, knowing of our efforts. Those do inspire each other, not unlike the dynamic wishes I see among the Nightwings here. Now, good afternoon, then, leader. I have a delivery to make. He strides out the wagon, bearing the sealed message. Downside Klinger yields fruits from time to time to only if one says the magical word. What? Drownberry. More things to read. What do you know? Downside Planet. The downside is connected to our realm via a single artery, the river named for our prestigious sap colleague Lux Clorian. That river gushes into seeming nothingness. That seeming nothingness turns out, of course, to be the downside. Its existence undermines thousands of years of thought about the composition of our world. The downside southern edge we call the Sunfolds. It is desecrated wasteland, speaking well to this land's lack of hospitality. Here the strength of many who survived the river journey finally fails. If only they could clamber further north, where lies the verdant downside prairie, a better place to perish, to be sure. And that's about it. How's everybody doing? Tarek's humming a melody. Sandra is laughing softly at something. Walfred's nearby. Jody staring at the distance. Pamita is out in a prowl. Bertrand is sleeping or meditating, hard to tell. Humans flexing his coils. Rai is debating with Tizo. Okay, that's cool. And Roque is running around somewhere, okay. And you are gaining value reps. Let's explore the place. You meet up with Bertrude, who suggested you go ranging with her throughout Hollow Route. We shall follow as the shadow in thy wake. Together you set out to explore the windswept fields around the Black Wagon. You find little to speak of other than the desolation typical of the downside. Thy searching of these lands yet now, let us return. You and Bertrand makes your way back to the wagon, too uneventful. Your accessory helper sees the burden waiting on you and leaves you with time to pursue your vocations. Let's finish this! Let us have all the glory! The book seems to push back against you. Your sense of its hidden meaning scrambles under the layers of contradiction, of missing details, and yet you feel a true knowledge of it now. It's more artifact than book. Its power almost solely rests with the reader, who makes time for a certain meaning from the many passages unwritten. Yet the glimpse of knowledge you approach just then call back at you to stop and go no further, not to press too forcefully against the outer limits of your understanding. Nevertheless, for what you recognize shall have to be the final time inspirations come you in a flash, whether from the Book of Routine, even now you cannot tell. Yep, finish studying. You look up to see the lone minstrel there. You had not noticed him. He looks up to you with his strange eyes, a color not unlike the bindings of the book, and he smiles at you faintly. The moment passes, and he turns to go about his business. He leaves you there. You realize you are clutching the box of rights to your chest. You manage to pull away. What's going on there? Okay, let us continue. I thought I would talk to Bertrand. The Reach of Go. The wagon comes to a sudden stop after near miss with someone or something that got right in its path. At first you see no sign of whomever or whatever it was, but then a voice rings out of the side of your path. Your friendly yet somehow aggravating tone leaves little room for question of who it is. This little marketer. Hey guys, maybe watch there, you're going a bit more next time, I guess. You must have scared that half to death. I mean, just look at him. He looks exactly the same. But it's good running into you like this because I got for you a really special deal. We got some print out of that stuff and on hand, and it's been slowing us a bit, but to be completely honest here, something about them I don't know, but that just hasn't been himself. But also we open shop, why this little number stick gonna go flying off the shelves. And you can have first tips. All you got to do is give a lift, because we're headed to the Reach of Gold, right? Just drop us off when you get there, okay? The Black Wagon does not provide for you the most special accommodations, but it may have room for Falcon Round barely, at least for the short remainder of your trip. On the other hand, you sense a troubling energy from whatever strange artifact is transporting right now, and wonder whether you should get involved. Get in. Through your fellow exiles exchange scout looks, you invite Falcon Round to climb aboard. My curiosity will kill me. You should make me a cat. Oh, great, thanks, guys. I will just squeeze right in. Just... It does not. Dad, come on, put your back into it already. Eventually, Falcon manages to get on board as you prepare to set forth again. Falcon joined you. Welcome aboard for now. After what felt like an interminable trip during which Falcon did not even know cease to speak of matters relevant only to ring, you reach your destination. Anyway, thanks guys, and remember what I said, these things I got here, you got tips on them if you come with me and Dad. That is, now we'll be going, so be seeing you, okay? Waited for Falcon's from Sister's drivel or the effect of his cargo, everyone's left feeling out of sorts. Great. Try not to think about it. Big mistake. Let's hope it's worth it. Hey guys, thanks again for helping me and Dad back there. We really owe you one, and so as promised, I got something really good in stock for you right here. He pauses for a dramatic effect, then reveals the artifact. Black Roof? Cursed Talismans. The bear has 100% more stamina than usual, but cannot grasp the orb. After getting banishes, the bear returns with infinite stamina or as a fast-moving howler. The bear hours remains while grasping the orb, but cannot be cast. Uau, tesão do Jodari, ó. They emanate with energy that cannot possibly be completely healthy. Guys, you got first dib on these boys, and I can tell you what, they're going to go fast. Not so sure. This is the only one that interested me. This could be interesting. Let's do it. Confirm.
Oh, you quite
Ah, great, you guys. I knew you were discerning customers. Now you enjoy that one, okay? And remember, I still got the others too, and you can buy if you want. Two these ones, they are real popular, and so no refunds on these guys. You understand? But they are real good, so there is no chance we're gonna power it off.
Great taste.
It's gonna be sold. Let's sell it. Proceed.
Great taste.
Okay. This is Priestess Plume, okay? Should I put it in someone?
Compose your power, mate.
Come see us again, guys. Page reveal, downside travels. Oh, hi. You apart branches just as she finished polishing the various bottles, flasks and vials that your fellow exiles have collected during your travels through the downside. The evidence of thy travails, how brazenly ye put tent on display. The attempt is lens to swallow ye. She lets out a long breath. Nonetheless, the strength that stirs our memories, not merely of these lands, but of the country whence we came. Now reading one that we are here because of Sandoval. We met him long ago within the Northern box. He offered many courtesies, and an exchange we found agreeable. We sought 10 certain reagents necessary to our studies of the heavens and the earth, and he knew where to procure them. In exchange, we were to boil for him our finest inks, a certain recipe, notorious yet secret. Its stain could never be removed. Oh, but the Commonwealth misliked it. Oh, I see where it is going. It was then we first began collecting samples of the regions of the downside for Sandalwood, as ever true to his word. Long had we studied the accursed place, Black Basin, the chaos of the deathless tempest, the richness of the bog of the flagging hands, land so far away, and yet they called to us. If Molten Millet was able to traverse the downside in its entirety an age ago, then surely it was not beyond reckoning that we could do the same. Furthermore, but she exited us. It matters not really one, though Hastings do with our tales long enough for now. She slithers away without further explanation. She is reluctant to discuss circumstances of her past with Wolfred, yet you sense that she is here by choice. Yes! And I completed it, I believe. She's an alchemist. Tolerated by... She was born on 22nd of second moon, suggesting that she is introspective and thoughtful. Wow, 21 years here, insurrection. Okay, conspiracy. If you needed someone cursed or guarantees of fortune on a big day, or to consort her with the elder patrons who was often unburied or Martha's needle eyes, you would go to see Big Bertrude. She was one of the most infamous alchemists of her day, and piled her trade right under the Commonwealth's nose without regard. Ironically, it was a modest-sounding request for printing inks that ultimately got her into trouble, resulting in her exile in the downside. Her reputation preceded her, and she resumed her practice. I still doubt that Valfred is the traitor. Could he be talking about the demon? I do not understand. Downside travels. You cannot survive in the downside if you cannot get around. Howlers shall descend on you, or tempests shall shear you to pieces. That is just the way of it. Traveling through the environments is no simple feat. Consider yourself blessed if you were born a cur. If not, however, you shall have to find a means to cross these lands without the benefit of 4 strong paws. Luscrolian believes that this untamed land can be traversed through the means of the natural. I thought at first that he meant sorcery, but he suggests invention. He speculates that Cariad could cross this land by harnessing its fury, a wild thought. In many cases my paws shall suffice. The Rage of Saul. The Serpent Titan Gundra turned the bright stone not long after his death. Of that you may be certain. What remains is a flat elevated basin that stands as closer to the heavens upon the fallen of Cordot's height. The stars themselves are light, and you shall know to stand on sacred ground. We set the metal sigils, lit the candle flames, and we emblazoned on the rock like forms of the sigil of our passage and from this land. And then the stars themselves, they did reply to us. They sang, shining bright, their voices loud and clear. We understood their cadence, and we knew how often to return. What is everybody doing? Tariq's nearby. Ooh. Sandra is talking to herself. Valfred's distributing raiment. Jody is ensuring that the air is clear. Pamita is attempting some practice fights. Bertrude's nearby. Gilman is getting sacked up. Rai is deep in thought. Tizo is having an early dinner. And Greentail is making sure the coast is clear. And with that, I shall thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Plane Shifter, and I'm phasing out.